You clicked on this video because you want to know the prediction for the housing market for 2022. Oh my goodness, are we already in 2022? Well, let's go ahead and jump right into that video. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Laurina Saunders, and I'm a realtor right here in the Metro Atlanta area. And on this channel, I break down real estate to help you make informed decisions. So can we all just take a quick moment to recap 2021 and the real estate market? It was so wild. I mean, you saw a true seller's market. And it was a combination of different things that just brewed this beautiful storm for sellers. If you were a buyer, on the other hand, well, it was a tough ride. It was a roller coaster. It was a whirlwind for you. And even if you weren't in the market, if you just was looking in on the sidelines, it was crazy. You saw people lining up for around the block to try to get into a home, to view a home. You saw prices skyrocket. You were seeing low interest rates. We saw, lumber prices were through the roof. Supply and demand at its finest is what we saw, which made this whirlwind of a seller's market. Buyers on average were putting in 10 plus offers just to get their offer accepted. We saw contingencies going out the window. We saw other incentives the buyers were willing to put into the deal, whether it's paying for the sellers to move, or it was allowing sellers to stay well over their needed time at the close of a transaction. We want these sellers to get out once they close, once the transaction is over, so the buyers can move in. We don't want them staying for 60 plus days, but you saw that. It was crazy. So now, what's going to happen for 2022? Are we going to keep on the same path? Is it going to curtail? What are we seeing? Well, really quickly, let's look at some facts of what happened in 2021. So again, we saw low interest rate. In January of 2021, we were seeing interest rates as low as 2.65. They were in the twos. Never ever from my work experience in real estate have I seen twos. Wasn't happening. But we saw that, which of course, as a buyer, you want to capitalize on that. And so what else did we see? We saw that because of COVID-19, we were seeing employers letting employees work from home. And so what happened is now employers have realized, like, wait a minute. Actually, employees working from home is not a bad thing. We are seeing more productivity. We are seeing happier employees. So let's keep this going. And so now they are putting in more policies or expounding upon their policies for you to be able to work from anywhere. And so employees are like, well, since I can work from anywhere, there's no longer that need for me to be close to the office to be able to commute. And so guess what? They are moving. And so you are seeing competition where before we were just seeing competition where people were moving, 5, 15 miles from where they were staying before. Now people are migrating to other states. And so Penske, which is a competitor of U-Haul, like a moving company, they rent out moving trucks, did a survey where they were trying to see where are people moving to. And so people who rented their trucks and did a one-way, they did a survey and they found out that Atlanta is one of the places that people are moving to. And so what's happening is creating more, right? So that supply, basic economics, supply and demand. We are right now having zero point 0.8, so less than 1 month of inventory on our market. But we're having an influx. We had for 2021, we had a 1.86% increase in the amount of people that are now living in the Atlanta area. And so the projections moving forward are only increasing. And so for rentals, right, because we know whatever happening in the housing market, it bleeds over into the other markets. And so the rental market by 2022, they are projecting a 7% increase. Now you may say, 7% is not that bad. So let's look at some numbers, okay? And so right now in the Atlanta area, you are looking at 1,700 plus for a 1 bedroom for rent per month. Okay, so if we, and I did my little number, so I'm going to look over here to make sure that I'm telling you correctly. And so when you add that 7% increase to 1,700, you're going to come out to $1,819. So instead of 1,700 a month, by the end of 2022, we're going to see an increase of $119 per month increase in your rent. For the housing, so if you're just going to straight out purchase a home, we are going to see a 6.6% increase just at the beginning of 2022 is the prediction. And so right now, as of November 2021, we are seeing in the metro Atlanta area that houses, the median sales price of a house is $371,892. I'm going to repeat that. $371,892 is the median sales price for homes sold in the metro Atlanta area, so the greater Atlanta area. Now, not all of 2022, they're just talking about the top of 2022. You're going to see a 6.6% increase. So that's almost $25,000 increase. So you're looking at close to $400,000 for the median sales price of a home in the metro Atlanta area. So again, in 2022, yesterday's price is not today's price. So what does that mean for you as the consumer? Well, it just depends on what side of the transaction that you are on. For sellers, great news. It is still a seller's market. Now, you are still able to sell because, again, the inventory on the market is still small. You have builders for new construction who are supposed to only see about a 5% increase by the end of 2022. So you're still having, increase there. However, from the amount of people that are needing to buy or wanting to buy, it's still not going to be enough to cover the demand. So again, it is still going to be a seller's market. No, the market is not going to crash. Yes, interest rates are going to be going up. So we're not seeing the 2s anymore. We're going to be more seeing in the 3s, which is still great interest rates. Interest rates going up. Yes, yes, people who had put their mortgage on hold, so to speak, that has come to an end. However, there are so many mortgage assistance program that is not going to be like 2008, where you're going to be able just to get all of these amazing foreclosure deals. And let's just face it, like foreclosure, if you're an investor, yes, that might be something that's great. But for the people that are actually impacted by the foreclosure, that's not so great. So it's not something I feel like should be like, oh yeah, let's wait for everything to crash and fall, because these are real people and these are their lives that are being impacted. So if you are going to purchase something, do it now, because the prices are just going to continue to go up. They are definitely going to curtail. I don't think they're going to keep skyrocketing all of 2022, but they're not dropping. They're not going to have this major dip or major drop. You might see a 2% at the most, but it's still going to be more than it was for previous years. So you may as well buy it now, because if you wait, you have a better deal just to purchase it now. And another thing is, if you are looking to purchase because employers are allowing people to work from anywhere, if you have that opportunity, then I would suggest moving outside of the metro Atlanta area, looking at places like Ackworth or McDonough or Canton, or even as far south as like Locust Grove or things of that nature, where it's not going to take you a long time to get to the city. Probably 45 minutes to an hour, something along that nature. So if you want to come into the city, if you have activities that you want to do, you're still able to enjoy those things. But a lot of these cities on the outskirts, smaller cities, they actually have downtowns and they have different activities within there. So you really don't need to leave for activities. And if your job doesn't allow you to work from home, again, this is a booming job market. And so you can, if you want, obviously look for another opportunity that will give you that flexibility that you are looking for. So just kind of thinking outside of the box and being a little creative, because we are seeing a $20,000 to $25,000 difference just by moving 15 to 30 miles outside of the heart of Atlanta is what you're going to be looking for, paying for a home. And so you want to be able to take those things in consideration. So that is it for today's video. If you like it, please go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that way you are notified. Again, the market is not going to crash. Right now is the perfect time to buy because the prices will be increasing. All right, until next time, bye.